amazed archaeologists with their advanced urban planning. Streets were carefully organized, houses had drainage systems, and public baths showed an extraordinary understanding of engineering and sanitation. Yet despite their sophistication, the civilization suddenly declined around 1900 BCE. Historians still cannot fully explain why. Some researchers believe climate change altered monsoon patterns, causing droughts that devastated farming. Others think river systems shifted away from major cities, cutting off water supplies and trade routes. Unlike many ancient civilizations, there is little evidence of massive warfare or invasion, making the disappearance even more mysterious. One of the world's earliest urban civilizations simply faded away, leaving behind silent ruins and undeciphered symbols that modern scholars still struggle to understand. Across the Mediterranean Sea, the mighty Roman Empire once controlled enormous territory stretching across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Rome possessed massive armies, advanced engineering, aqueducts, roads, arenas, and cities filled with unimaginable wealth. At its height, Rome seemed unstoppable. But even the greatest empire in history could not survive forever. Corruption weakened the government, economic crises destroyed stability, and political chaos created constant internal conflict. Barbarian invasions placed enormous pressure on Roman borders while military loyalty collapsed from within. Diseases spread across crowded cities, killing millions. Heavy taxation crushed ordinary citizens while emperors fought for power in endless political struggles. Finally, in 476 CE, the Western Roman Empire officially fell, marking the end of ancient Rome's dominance. The collapse plunged Europe into centuries of instability and transformed the course of human history forever. Hidden high within the Andes Mountains of South America, the Inca Empire became one of the largest civilizations in the Americas. The Incas built enormous stone cities, advanced road systems, agricultural terraces, and powerful military networks across difficult mountain terrain. Their capital city, Cusco, was filled with temples covered in gold and magnificent architecture that still amazes engineers today. Yet the empire collapsed rapidly after the arrival of Spanish conquistadors led by Francisco Pizarro. European diseases such as smallpox spread ahead of the invaders, killing millions before battles even began. Civil war weakened Inca leadership at the worst possible moment, allowing a small Spanish force to conquer an empire containing millions of people. Within a few decades, one of the most advanced civilizations in the Americas was shattered forever. The mysterious ancestral Puebloans of North America also experienced a sudden collapse that continues puzzling historians. These ancient people built remarkable cliff dwellings and stone settlements across the deserts of the American Southwest. Massive structures carved directly into canyon walls demonstrated extraordinary engineering skill and adaptation to harsh environments. But during the 13th century, many settlements were mysteriously abandoned. Archaeologists believe severe droughts and food shortages may have forced populations to migrate elsewhere. Environmental damage and social conflict may also have contributed to the collapse. Today, empty cliff cities remain frozen in silence, reminding visitors of a vanished civilization that once thrived in one of the harshest landscapes on Earth. One of the most haunting mysteries involves Easter Island in the Pacific Ocean. The island became famous for its giant stone statues known as moai, carved by a small Polynesian civilization isolated in the middle of the ocean. For centuries, the people of Easter Island constructed hundreds of these enormous statues, transporting them across the island without modern machinery. But eventually the civilization collapsed. Researchers believe deforestation played a major role. Trees were cut down faster than they could regrow, destroying the island's ecosystem and limiting food production. As resources disappeared, conflict and starvation spread across the population. European arrival later introduced disease and slavery, further devastating the remaining inhabitants. The giant stone faces standing across the island now serve as eerie reminders of environmental collapse and human desperation. The Khmer Empire of Southeast Asia also suffered a mysterious decline. Centered around the magnificent city of Angkor in modern Cambodia, the Khmer civilization built one of the largest urban centers of the ancient world. Angkor Wat and surrounding temples demonstrated extraordinary engineering, artistic brilliance, and religious devotion. Advanced water systems supported massive populations for centuries. Yet by the 15th century, Angkor was largely abandoned. Historians believe changing climate patterns caused destructive floods and droughts that damaged the empire's complex water infrastructure. Repeated wars with neighboring kingdoms weakened political power while economic networks shifted elsewhere. Slowly, the jungle reclaimed the once great city, hiding its temples beneath thick vegetation for centuries before rediscovery.